Hey, this is Kenneth 14621, and the Cowboys just barely beat the Eagles. To me, that's not a championship team. We looked good when we played the Saints, but you never know what's going to happen. I'm not saying if we make the playoffs, it would be impossible for us to make it all the way because it's happened before. Like the Giants were 9-7, then they won the Super Bowl. They were 9-7 when they into the playoffs. But usually you put teams away. Uh, I mean, I don't know what to say. Dak Prescott had a lot of bad throws. He had a lot of turnovers. He did finish the game with 455 yards, though, but he had two interceptions and a fumble, so that's three turnovers. But I mean, I don't know what to say about Dak. I think he's a good quarterback, but sometimes he makes throws, sometimes he don't, which a lot of quarterbacks do that, but I just don't think he's performing on, some sort of Drew Brees type level, and you can sit there and say, oh, he's young, like these other young quarterbacks didn't do good. Look at Patrick Mahomes, okay? Look at how Carson Wentz did last year. There are lots of quarterbacks that do good on their third year. You know what I'm saying? Your third and your fourth year are like, those are the years that really you should do the best. And after that, a lot of times players start getting old, But, which I don't like. I don't dislike Dak Prescott. I think he's a good quarterback, but, you know, uh, I don't know. I just think some people go over the deep end trying to defend him and stuff like that. Just because, I don't hate the guy. I just critique him like I would any other quarterback. Oh, he made a bad throw there. Oh, he made a good throw there. So if you think that's hating on Dak Prescott, well, then I don't know what to tell you because I don't care who was back there. I don't care if it was Tony Romo. I don't care if it was Michael Vick. I don't care if it was Tom Brady. I would critique his play. That's my job as an analyst. I guess I am an analyst, YouTube analyst, but is uh, to talk about what players can do good and not do good. Ezekiel Elliott had a good game. Zach Martin went down. I don't know how many yards Elliott got, but he did all right. He got injured one play, and I think he was injured for the rest of the game. But uh, 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 and Zach Martin went down. But that's just the name of the game. You have injuries. Football every year you have injuries. Every year guys go down that you don't want to go down. So we got Connor Williams in there at right guard. We had him in there, and I kind of feel like he missed a block. That block where Fletcher Cox sacked uh, Dak Prescott. If I'm Connor Williams right there, I'm going to double team Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox, so I'm the right guard. Fletcher Cox goes to the left side of the center and is pushing through him right by you. And you just ignore him and start looking at the linebacker like, you're going to block him. To me, right there, Fletcher Cox has been getting to the quarterback all game. You double team that guy. You push him back. You know what I mean? You help your fellow linemen. That's one thing I kind of had a problem with when I played is I would tell the other linemen, here, help me out if this guy goes here. And they would say, some of them will say, one of them said, no, I'm not going to help you. Let's face it, most plays only four men rush the quarterback. So there's room enough for double teams. You know what I'm saying? Uh, a lot of blocking. People think it's just one man blocking another man or blocking however many people he can, but really a lot of it is double teaming. You double team on one guy, especially if it's a big guy who can cut through the defense, So I just kind of thought that he should have double teamed that guy there. And, uh, uh, you know, uh, so I don't know, uh, that's that. It went into overtime. We got a lucky play with Amari Cooper. I mean, it's kind of lucky, but it kind of is skill from Amari Cooper that he actually caught that off the tip. I give him credit for that. But but I'm very glad that Dak Prescott finally threw for 400 yards, 455. I'm very glad for that. And to tell you the truth, man, he should have thrown for a lot more, because there was at least 2 plays where he had guys wide open on streaks. There was multiple plays that could have been touchdowns, so, really, I mean, I'm glad he threw for that many yards. Shows that he can do it. People were getting mad because we're rearing back and letting loose with Dak Prescott. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, as long as we're still running the ball, or people had a problem that we were throwing deep with Dak Prescott. That ball, he overthrew that guy for an interception. But, I don't have a problem with that, because you have to have that. It doesn't matter if your quarterback can do it or can't do it. You have to attempt to do it, because you have to have that to stretch the defense, Otherwise, you're just going to sit on them short passes and you're never going to get a first down, So, I mean, that's all I can say. I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm satisfied with the win. We didn't beat them that bad, but we hung in there. We hung in there and kept it close. That's all I've got to say. Eagles had a heck of a fight, man. They fought a good game, but I think they've got like the Rams and the Texans still left or something like that. But so they've got a tough schedule, So anyway, so we've got the Colts and the Giants too, and those are going to be tough. Both of those teams are playing really good. So anyway, so that's my wrap up of the game. This is Ken 14621. Thank you very much.